How are
Imagine
you?
all of
No
Hello,
way.
Parlo. Screenshot. Oh, I mean, screen share.
Paulo,
Screen
the
share.
case.
The
So,
case for the
Paulo.
unemployed.
Wait, guys, be in silence. Let him talk because he's defending himself from like serious allegations. So maybe just mute
Yep.
yourself.
Yeah.
okay, so I didn't get a chance to defend myself in Zombie's server when I was screen sharing everything. I just got banned for problematic behavior, which is very subjective. If you don't like someone, you could just call them problematic. I didn't get a specific allegation for why I was banned. So for the past couple months, I've been working on a very large Google document. It's restricted right now, so it's not going to be coming out just yet. I can't even screen share. Oh, for fuck. Can everyone just ping a mod right now? Just spam ping Freb telling me to give me screen share perms. For fuck's sake, give me a minute. I literally don't have screen share perms, I just realized that. When I got banned, I lost screen share perms and also image perms. Wait a minute, okay, you can all come to my server, right? Go to... Okay, I'll give it to one of you. Let me post the link down. I was literally about to screen share. Just go onto this server. Oh, for fuck... Okay. This is great. Okay, Xiao, I'm just gonna post a link to you, and then you post a link to everyone in here, because this is really fucking infuriating. There is a, the link's there. Just come to the Vrel server, and I can screen share. So, basically...
We have a question.
Okay.
Wait, why is
any perms? For some reason, I can't see any channel. I'm just paraplegic.
So the problem right now is that Guamgo's server doesn't have screen share perms, and I completely forgot, and it was because a child came on and started like masturbating in front of like a bunch of other people, and then he had to like stop that. So Frev, are you able? You know the Vrel server. Are you able just to have like a public VC right there, and then we all just go in, and I can screen share?
Parlo, you
I have a question.
level 75. You can screen share already.
I can't.
You can't? Yo,
Oh, I can! Oh, I can! I got it, alright. Okay, so, the document I've been working on, currently, with other people, basically, it will go over, the Defender situation, Zillow situation, GoFundMe, the self-harm, edgy comments, racist shit. Both these have been taken, like, brutally out of context. For example, edgy statements like this, when I was like 16, I would make like attention baity comments. I got the people to attest that it was taken out of context. Racism claims as well from when I was like 14, and then I showed the full context. It was in response to death threats that I would get like regularly. The slurs video, which is a video that goes around quite a lot, I give the context behind the fact that most of the things I said in that video I could literally claim, and also the fact that the person who it was targeted to has stated numerous times that it was a joke call and I was playing into a bit, but then it got taken out of context as if I was yelling at people and being aggressive. I'll go over the GoFundMe stuff and all of that, which will be in this video here, but here's the Nathrix stuff. It basically goes over my association with Nathrix and how basically they groomed me. And by the way, Nathrix can comment on Zombie's channel. I'm not going to be bad faith. I don't think Zombie knows who the fuck this person is, but Nathrix currently goes by the alias Natashrio and is commenting a lot on Zombie's channel. But this basically goes over how they sent me porn when I was 16, moaned on call with me when I was 16, sent me NSFW when I was 16, suicide. And then, along with the person who, I can't say the name because they're very litigious, but Mr. R, the person who groomed Schlepp, went on with Nathrix to like leak revenge porn of me, and these were the accounts they used to do it, and they admitted to it, and it was very bad. We'll call them Mr. R. But some of the proof of like, it was a 5-year age gap between me and Nathrix. Nathrix met up with me when I was a child, offered me drugs, as you can see here. Sent porn here to me and a bunch of other minors, moaned on call with us. Mugen, though, admits, has shown proof that, like, she used to send me 5 pictures when I was underage and shit like that. Nathrix admits to sending me NSFW there. Nathrix admits to bragging about sexual stuff to me in call and asking me sexual stuff, so that's one thing. Homotopia, another thing that's been used a lot, been re-litigated against me consistently. I've had to address this like 5 fucking times, and I have like already a 100-page document on it, but it wasn't like well laid out. So this basically goes over how I was not active in the server. This is not only just archived logs at the time proving I wasn't active, but people who could attest I wasn't active. The fact that I wanted to leave the server as well because I was dealing with a lot of mental health issues at the time. I'm not victimizing myself by saying that, by the way, I'm just giving context. How people took it into their own hands to become basically pseudo owners of the server in my stead. And as that happened, moderation got worse and worse and basically led to like suggestive and lewd content being posted, which made me look bad in the process. But I wasn't like facilitating this, by the way. I was completely inactive. Examples of me having like vented in the server about like mental health issues and then deleted the messages retroactively. And then people claimed that since I deleted evidence, it was like me trying to cover my tracks when that wasn't the case. Here's the proof of the ages. There were only 3 people in the server who were known to be 15, but the most active one and the youngest one was turning 16. It was a 2-year, 1-month age gap between me and them. We didn't even do anything. That's just people just like to say that since the youngest person was X years old in the server and I had literally just turned 18, I'm apparently like a pedophile for that, even though it was literally a 2-year age gap and I didn't do anything. Proof right here of their like testimony and shit. Examples of like the lies that the original document had cast against me and disproving them. The original accuser, the person called Brion, who actually inappropriately engaged with a 15-year-old himself when he was 18 and had a blood fetish, went back on all his claims. This is him bragging about like having leaked everything and got this all out in the first place. He basically admits that I wasn't guilty and I didn't do anything wrong. The server rules as well, they weren't very clear, but if you read the thing, NSFW was banned in the server, and it wasn't allowed, but it wasn't specified very clearly. The dupe catfish situation, probably the biggest thing, and it pisses me off so fucking much because anyone who isn't like inherently bad faith would know that I'm like retarded but like completely innocent for this situation, and I've had to make like 5 videos before my channel was unjustly banned going over how bullshit this was, and all of those videos had gotten like 300,000 to 500,000 views, but then ever since my cancellation, which mind you I never got to properly respond to because I have a lot of evidence behind the GoFundMe shit and all of that stuff, we'll get to that, but because my channel was terminated, everyone retroactively went back and just assumed I was guilty for this. But as everyone know, I got arrested, blah 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 blah. It was very bad. But I got a legal report right here proving that I was innocent. No further action, not charged, and the NFA date was the 16th of March. This was the detective constable who was looking into it from the Child Protection Investigation Team. They said that there was a lack of evidence. That is like the most legalistic thing that someone can say to the fact that there's nothing that's going to be like deriven from this. My solicitor as well saying nothing happened. Here is the person who was actually involved verbatim stating that I was not a groomer for this situation, because grooming requires the intent to want to sexually take advantage of someone or manipulate them sexually for your own sadistic desires. You cannot retroactively and indirectly groom someone if they had lied about their age. That's not how grooming works. But basically, they were 12 at the time, but they had claimed to be 16 when I was 18 and 17 when I was 19. Yes, that's bad. No shit, that's bad. When they had told me that originally as well, I knew it was bad. But I knew it was bad looking back. That's why I went to Schlep and a lot of other big YouTubers at the time to tell them about the situation. They told me, of course, I'm not a predator for it, but I did fuck up. Here's them attesting as well recently. I haven't done anything. It will be out there soon. They said, I believe you fucked up and should have been more responsible. Yes, however, the narrative that you were grooming is incredibly disingenuous, and anyone who makes the argument that it's pedophilia as well is just flat out bad faith as fuck and just completely lying. So here's more examples of them just like corroborating what I'm saying, stating that any aforementioned claims about me being a predator and stuff like that are completely untrue. This is proof of their Discord account. Here's all the examples of them lying about their age. I always take screenshots of like people saying that they're like X, Y, and Z age back like in the past, just to make sure, just to archive anything in case they ever did lie. This is them lying about 10 times here. And by the way, I'm not like attacking dupe or anything, I'm just demonstrating this shit. And this is them lying about being 16. So they lied about being 17 16 in late 2024 to early 2025, and they lied about being 16 in late 2023 when I first met them to early 2024. And their birthday they claimed was on April. Here's more examples of them just referring to themselves as being 16. Here's examples of them claiming that they did their GCSEs and that they were going into college and that they had all these college stuff to do in their work. Here was an example of them forging a dark spin of themselves and using a fake image with a fake archive link to pretend they were older than they actually were. Here in March, they had made a statement stating that they were sorry. This was March, late March. After that, I basically cut them off. I only regained contact after they made a post trying to claim that I knew their age, which was untrue. Here was a 2025 statement stating I never groomed or manipulated them. They actually manipulated me. People claim that this was coerced. It fucking wasn't, with literally no evidence behind that. This was their full statement here. They were not coerced into any of these statements, by the way. They made it on their own volition. We did joke about having different ages. It was like a bit. Like, for example, I would claim to be like 16, and it very poorly aged, but they admitted that they weren't legitimate admissions. Then, of course, the burger screenshots, in case anyone uses them. Basically, it was very, like, cringe ERP DMs, but they were actually 2 months older than me. They were 17, I was 16. The Zillow situation, which was someone who came out to the Airbnb with, the Wolfgang and me. I was 20, they were 18. Okay, I don't think I need to go into any more detail about that. It's not pedophilia, unless you want to claim that doing anything with an 18-year-old's pedophilia. The Defender situation I will also be addressing a lot. I have like a shit ton of archive links to every video of them basically admitting to lying about me. They admitted to manipulating me. They admitted to trying to dox me. Here's all the examples. Gaslight me in private. I haven't finished this part. This part will be probably done in a couple weeks, but that's that. This is part of the Vrail channel, which Frev owns, and basically goes over. First of all, this account's not owned by me, that's one thing, and it basically went over the fact that the police cleared me and all of that shit, but and also the fact that Schlepp themselves also stated that I was an idiot for the situation, but I wasn't a predator or anything like that. Also, me and Schlepp have, like, dealt with our drama behind the scenes. We're on great terms now. All of that's good, fine and dandy.
Sorry, I have a question. Paulo, what happened? Like, why did you get cancelled again? Sorry.
So Guamgo will reference this in a video. I don't know when that video is coming out because there's a lot of shit to talk about with Potema and a bunch of other people first. But it was mismanaging GoFundMe the situation and the document as well. I had released a document basically going over how I was sexually assaulted. At the time, I didn't have like. It is very hard to prove that kind of stuff, as we all know from like the Ren situation. But I managed to get audio admissions right here. This is audio. We'll go over that in a minute. Of Wolfgang admitting that they engaged with me without like explicit consent. I made a problem though. I made a bit of a problem where I described in like detail what happened, and despite the fact that at the top of the document there were trigger warnings present, so like to warn people that X, Y, and Z was going to be discussed, people just kind of didn't read the fucking document and they just went off of Guamgo's video. And no offense, but Guamgo doesn't really do well in like talking about like the bad shit that happened. I do regret talking about it all like in the explicit detail that I did, but it was a serious situation and it did like fuck with me mentally. But people bring up like this Cinderella and shit and just trivialize and make a joke and a mockery out of something as like fucking disgusting as this. And I don't think many people actually know that like I actually have the evidence behind what I have. I'll show you. So you all know who Wolfgang is, or most people do. But this was Wolfgang's admission. Let me play it.
Behind Parlo'S claims.
While we were doing stuff, I like put my hand on his ass and he like moved towards me, and that was like I took that as like it's okay.
Okay, so when you told me that you got an enthusiastic yes, that was a lie, right?
My battery died.
Yeah.
Okay, so he admits that he lied about like ever getting consent, like explicitly right there. admits to sexual assault. There's way more clips than that. It's shown in my 3-hour-long response video. That's re-uploaded on my alt poll. It's 3 hours. There's like a bunch of like subscripts that you can click on to look at like the parts you want to see. But that's definitive proof right there from Wolfgang themselves, who, mind you, is also a pedophile, that they sexually assaulted me. So yeah, that was horrible. Wolfgang also posted like porn to like tons of minors engaged. This is another allegation of internet adjacent